Question 1. What does a continuous white line in the middle of the road signify? A. You can overtake if safe. B. Overtaking and changing lanes are prohibited. C. It indicates a dedicated bus lane. D. It marks the edge of the carriageway. Answers is B. Overtaking and changing lanes are prohibited. A continuous white line on the road prohibits crossing, overtaking, or changing lanes. Drivers must remain in their current lane unless an emergency requires otherwise. Question 2. What action should you take when approaching this sign? A. Slow down and proceed with caution. B. Stop fully before the line. C. Give way to traffic from the right only. D. Only stop if there is oncoming traffic. Answers is B. Stop fully before the line. The stop sign requires you to make a full stop before the stop line or intersection, and only proceed when it is safe to do so, giving way to all traffic on the main road. Question 3. What is the legal blood alcohol limit for drivers in the A. 0, B. 0, C. 0 driving under the influence is strictly prohibited. D. 0. Answers is C. 0 driving under the influence is strictly prohibited. The has a policy for driving under the influence of alcohol. Any detectable amount can lead to severe, including fines, jail time, and license suspension. Question 4. What does this road sign indicate? A. Recommended speed is 50 km per hour. B. Maximum speed limit is 50 km per hour. C. Minimum speed limit is 50 km per hour. D. Speed camera ahead, limit 50 km per hour. Answers is B. Maximum speed limit is 50. This circular sign with a red border and a number indicates the maximum speed limit permitted on that stretch of road. Drivers must not exceed 50 in this zone. Question 5. What does this prohibitory sign indicate for drivers? A. You must use your horn frequently. B. Sounding of horn is prohibited. C. Use horn only at junctions. D. Horn use is mandatory in. Answers is B. Sounding of horn is prohibited. This prohibitory sign means no sounding of horn. Drivers are forbidden from using their vehicle's horn in this area, typically in residential or quiet zones, unless to prevent an immediate accident. Question 6. What does this sign mean for drivers? A. A bus stop is ahead. B. A pedestrian crossing is ahead. C. Children are playing nearby. D. There is a hospital nearby. Answers is B. A pedestrian crossing is ahead. This triangular warning sign with a pedestrian figure indicates that a pedestrian crossing is ahead. Drivers should slow down, be prepared to stop, and yield to pedestrians. Question 7. How should you react if a sandstorm suddenly occurs while driving? A. Increase speed to get through it quickly. B. Slow down, turn on headlights and hazard lights, pull over if visibility is too low. C. Keep driving normally as it usually passes fast. D. Only use hazard lights, not headlights. Answers is B. Slow down, turn on headlights and hazard lights, pull over if visibility is too low. In a sandstorm, reduce speed, use headlights and hazard lights to be seen. If visibility becomes very poor, safely pull off the road, stop, and wait for it to subside. Question 8. What does this sign indicate about the road ahead? A. A steep ascent is ahead. B. A steep descent is ahead. C. The road is narrowing. D. There's a bump in the road. Answers is B. A steep descent is ahead. This warning sign indicates a steep descent ahead, often accompanied by the gradient percentage. Drivers should select a lower gear and use engine braking to maintain control. Question 9. What is the correct procedure for using a roundabout in the A. Always give priority to vehicles entering the roundabout. B. Give priority to vehicles already in the roundabout, then enter. C. Vehicles on the right always have priority. D. Stop before entering, regardless of traffic. Answers is B. Give priority to vehicles already in the roundabout, then enter. When approaching a roundabout, you must always give way to traffic already circulating within the roundabout, unless signs or markings indicate a different priority rule. Question 10. What does this sign mean? A. One-way street ahead. B. Entry prohibited for all vehicles in this direction. C. No U-turn allowed. D. Road closed due to construction. Answers is B. Entry prohibited for all vehicles in this direction. This prohibitory sign, often seen at the end of a one-way street, means do not enter for vehicles approaching from this direction. It prevents driving. Question 11. Which of the following is considered a defensive driving technique? A. Driving faster than the flow of traffic. B. Ignoring blind spots to focus on the road ahead. C. Maintaining a safe following distance and scanning for hazards. D. Waiting until the last moment to brake. Answers is C. Maintaining a safe following distance and scanning for hazards. Defensive driving involves anticipating potential hazards, maintaining a safe following distance, and being prepared to react to unforeseen situations to prevent accidents. Question 12. What does this warning sign indicate? A playground is ahead. B. School bus stop zone. C. Children likely to be crossing or near the road school zone. D. Pedestrian crossing for children. Answers is C. Children likely to be crossing or near the road school zone. This sign warns drivers that they are approaching an area where children may be present, such as a school or playground. Drivers must reduce speed and be extra vigilant. Question 13. What does this sign instruct drivers to do? A. Vehicles must proceed straight only. B. Only straight ahead traffic allowed for heavy vehicles. C. You may turn left or right. D. Road ends ahead. Answers is A. Vehicles must proceed straight only. This mandatory sign indicates that vehicles must proceed straight ahead only and are not permitted to turn left or right at the upcoming intersection or junction. Question 14. When is it mandatory to wear A in the A. Only on highways. B. Only for the driver. C. For all occupants of the vehicle, front and back seats. D. Only when traveling at high speeds. Answers is C. For all occupants of the vehicle, front and back seats. Traffic law mandates that all occupants of a vehicle, whether in the front or back seats, must wear at all times when the vehicle is in motion for their safety. Question 15. What is the purpose of the lane by this sign? A. For slow-moving vehicles. B. For emergency stops or breakdowns. C. For overtaking other vehicles. D. As a temporary parking spot. Turn right only. B. No right turn. C. Proceed straight or turn right. D. Right lane ends. Answers is A. Turn right only. This mandatory sign indicates that vehicles must turn right at the intersection or junction ahead. No other movements are permitted from this lane or position. Question 18. What does this sign prohibit? A. No stopping at any time. B. No parking but temporary stopping is allowed. C. No entry for certain vehicles. D. No U-turn allowed. Answers is B. No parking but temporary stopping is allowed. This sign indicates no parking. You are not allowed to park your vehicle here, but you may stop briefly to pick up or drop off passengers or goods, provided you do not obstruct traffic. Question 19. What is the primary purpose of lane markings on roads? A. To indicate parking zones. B. To guide drivers, separate traffic, and regulate movement. C. To show pedestrian pathways. D. To mark emergency stopping areas only. Answers is B. To guide drivers, separate traffic, and regulate movement. Lane markings, such as solid or broken lines, arrows, and symbols, are crucial for organizing traffic flow, indicating permissible maneuvers, and enhancing overall road safety. Question 20. What does this sign mean for heavy vehicles? A. Heavy vehicles must turn left. B. No entry for goods vehicles trucks. C. Heavy vehicles allowed only. D. Minimum speed for goods vehicles. Answers is B. No entry for goods vehicles trucks. This prohibitory sign indicates that goods vehicles trucks are not allowed to enter the road or area beyond the sign. Other vehicles may still be permitted. Question 21. What should you do when driving past a school bus with flashing red lights? A. Overtake cautiously if no children are visible. B. Stop completely in both directions if undivided road and wait for lights to turn off. C. Slow down and proceed carefully. D. Only stop if you are behind the bus. Answers is B. Stop completely in both directions if undivided road and wait for lights to turn off. When a school bus activates its stop sign and flashing red lights, all vehicles, in both directions on an undivided road, must stop at a safe distance and wait. Question 22. What does this warning sign indicate? A. Sharp turn ahead. B. A hump or speed bump in the road. C. Uneven road surface. D. A dip in the road. Answers is B. A hump or speed bump in the road. This warning sign indicates a hump or speed bump ahead. Drivers should reduce speed to avoid damage to their vehicle and maintain control, especially over speed breakers. Question 23. What does this sign limit for vehicles? A. Maximum weight. B. Maximum width. C. Maximum height. D. Minimum length. Answers is B. Maximum width. This prohibitory sign indicates a maximum width limit for vehicles. Any vehicle wider than the dimension is not allowed to pass, often found in tunnels or narrow passages. Question 24. What is the recommended action upon seeing the sign? A. Speed up to clear the area quickly. B. Slow down, be vigilant for, and obey temporary signals. C. Prepare to stop and give way to all traffic. D. Overtake any vehicles in front. Answers is B. Slow down, be vigilant for, and obey temporary signals. This sign warns of road works ahead. Drivers should reduce speed, be alert for construction vehicles, workers, and temporary lane changes, and follow any specific instructions. Question 25. What does a broken white line on the road signify? A. No overtaking allowed.
B. Lane changes and overtaking are permitted if safe. C. Road closed ahead. D. Hazard ahead, proceed with caution. Answers is B. Lane changes and overtaking are permitted if safe. A broken white line indicates that vehicles may cross the line to change lanes or overtake, provided it is safe to do so and doesn't violate other traffic rules or conditions. Question 26. What does this sign mean? A. No U-turn allowed. B. Overtaking permitted on the right. C. Overtaking is prohibited for all vehicles. D. End of speed limit zone.
Answers is C. Overtaking is prohibited for all vehicles. This prohibitory sign indicates no overtaking. Drivers must not attempt to overtake other vehicles until this restriction is lifted by an end of no overtaking sign or clear markings. Question 27. What action is required when encountering this sign? A. Stop completely, then proceed if safe. B. Give way to traffic on the main road, but stopping is not always necessary. C. You have priority over all other traffic. D. Increase speed to merge into traffic flow. Answers is B. Give way to traffic on the main road, but stopping is not always necessary. The give way sign means you must yield to vehicles on the intersecting road. You only need to stop if necessary to give way, unlike a stop sign, which requires a full stop. Question 28. What should you do if an emergency vehicle approaches with sirens and flashing lights? A. Continue driving and let it pass you. B. Safely pull over to the right and stop to allow it to pass. C. Speed up to clear the road for it faster. D. Only pull over if you are in the leftmost lane. Answers is B. Safely pull over to the right and stop to allow it to pass. It is mandatory to give way to emergency vehicles. Safely pull over to the right side of the road or closest safe spot and stop until the emergency vehicle has passed. Question 29. What does this sign mean regarding turning? A. Turn right is mandatory. B. No right turn allowed at this intersection. C. Right lane ends ahead. D. Recommended right turn. Answers is B. No right turn allowed at this intersection. This prohibitory sign indicates that turning right is forbidden at the intersection or junction where the sign is placed. Drivers must choose another permitted direction. Question 30. What type of road is by this sign? A rural road. B. A motorway or expressway. C. A road for slow-moving vehicles. D. A residential street. Answers is B, a motorway or expressway. This blue rectangular sign with a white road symbol indicates the beginning of a motorway or expressway, where specific rules and higher speed limits often apply. Question 31. What is the consequence of using a mobile phone while driving in the A minor warning if it's hands-free, B, significant fines and black points on your license, C, only a fine if caught by a camera, D, it's permitted if traffic is slow. Answers is B, significant fines and black points on your license. Using a mobile phone for calls, texting, or browsing while driving is illegal in the and substantial fines and black points, as it distracts the driver and increases accident risk. Question 32. What does this sign warn about? A, slippery road ahead, B, uneven road surface ahead, C, road narrows from both sides, D, road hump ahead. Answers is B, uneven road surface ahead. This warning sign indicates that the road surface ahead is uneven. Drivers should reduce speed and be prepared for bumps or rough patches that could affect vehicle control. Question 33. What does this sign mean regarding turning? A, no U-turn is permitted, B, U-turn is mandatory, C, turn left is mandatory, D, road is for U-turns only. Answers is A, no U-turn is permitted. This prohibitory sign indicates that making a U-turn is not allowed at this location. Drivers must proceed straight or turn in permitted directions according to other signs. Question 34. What should you do when merging onto a highway from an acceleration lane? A, stop at the end of the acceleration lane and wait for a gap. B, adjust speed to match traffic, signal, and merge safely into a gap. C, force your way into the nearest lane. D, expect highway traffic to slow down for you.
It means you cannot stop or park your vehicle at any time for any reason, even briefly, unless otherwise. Question 38. What does this information sign indicate about vehicle parking? A, no parking at any time, B, a parking place is ahead, C, parking only for specific vehicles, D, parking is prohibited. Answers is B, a parking place is ahead. This information sign indicates that a parking place is ahead. Drivers should look for available parking spots and adhere to any specific rules by supplementary signs. Question 39. What does this sign indicate? A one-way road in the direction of the arrow, B, no entry ahead, C, traffic flows in both directions, D, recommended speed ahead. Answers is A one-way road in the direction of the arrow. This blue rectangular sign with a white arrow indicates a one-way street, meaning traffic flows only in the direction shown by the arrow. You should not drive against the arrow. Question 40. What does this sign warn about? A, strong headwinds, B, strong side winds crosswinds ahead, C, falling rocks from the side, D, wind tunnel area. Answers is B, strong side winds crosswinds ahead. This warning sign indicates areas prone to strong side winds. Drivers should be prepared to counteract sudden gusts, especially when driving vehicles or motorcycles, to maintain control. Question 41. What does this additional information plate indicate in conjunction with a priority sign? A, the direction of the priority road at an intersection. B, a recommended route for heavy vehicles. C, a detour ahead due to road closure. D, the end of a priority road.
Answers is A, the direction of the priority road at an intersection. This additional information plate is often used with give way or stop signs to show the exact layout of the main road and indicate which roads have priority, helping drivers understand. Question 42. What does this sign mean? A, roundabout ahead, yield to traffic within it. B, mandatory left turn. C, U-turn facility. D, emergency stop area. Answers is A, roundabout ahead, yield to traffic within it. This mandatory sign indicates a roundabout ahead. Drivers must give way to traffic already circulating within the roundabout before entering, following lane guidelines for their exit. Question 43. What does this sign signify? A, maximum width limit. B, maximum length limit for vehicles. C, minimum distance between vehicles. D, parking for long vehicles only. Answers is B, maximum length limit for vehicles. This prohibitory sign indicates a maximum length limit for vehicles. Vehicles exceeding the length E, G, are not allowed to proceed beyond this point. Question 44. What specific hazard does this warning sign indicate ahead? A, strong crosswinds ahead. B, low-flying aircraft e.g. near an airport. C, dangerous bridge ahead. D, road closed for air traffic. Answers is B, low-flying aircraft e.g. near an airport. This warning sign alerts drivers to areas where low-flying aircraft such as near airports may create noise or distraction. Drivers should remain attentive and not be startled. Question 45. What does this sign indicate? A, bridge ahead. B, quayside or riverbank ahead, danger of driving into water. C, road narrows ahead. D, tunnel entrance. Answers is B, quayside or riverbank ahead, danger of driving into water. This warning sign indicates an embankment, quayside, or riverbank ahead, alerting drivers to the potential danger of driving into water if not careful. Proceed with caution. Question 46. What does this sign mean for cyclists? A, no cycling allowed. B, cycle track for bicycles only. C, shared path for pedestrians and cyclists. D, cyclists must dismount. Answers is B, cycle track for bicycles only. This mandatory sign designates a path exclusively for bicycles. Cyclists must use it, and other vehicles or pedestrians are generally not permitted on it, ensuring cyclist safety. Question 47. What does this sign indicate about parking? A, parking only for specific vehicles. B, parking parallel to the curb is permitted. C, parking perpendicular to the curb. D, no parking zone. Answers is B, parking parallel to the curb is permitted. This additional information plate indicates the method of parking permitted in the area, specifically that vehicles should park parallel to the edge of the carriageway curb. Question 48. What does this sign provide information about for drivers? A, recommended speed for each lane. B, permitted directions of movement from each lane. C, lane closures ahead. D, minimum number of passengers per lane. Answers is B, permitted directions of movement from each lane. This information sign displays the permitted directions of movement from each lane at an upcoming intersection or junction, ensuring drivers position themselves correctly in advance. Question 49. What does this sign mean? A. Minimum distance of 70 meters must be maintained between vehicles. B. Speed limit is 70 kilometers per hour. C. Maximum vehicle length 70 meters. D. Road closed 70 meters ahead. Answers is A. Minimum distance of 70 meters must be maintained between vehicles. This prohibitory sign indicates the minimum safe following distance that must be maintained between your vehicle and the vehicle in front, which is 70 meters in this case, to prevent collisions. Question 50. What should you do if your visibility is severely due to heavy fog? A. Use headlights to see further. B. Slow down, use headlights and fog lights, increase following distance. C. Turn on hazard lights and maintain normal speed. D. Pull over immediately even if it's unsafe. Answers is B. Slow down, use headlights and fog lights, increase following distance. In heavy fog, reduce your speed significantly, use headlights high beams reflect off fog and fog lights, and increase your following distance to allow for longer stopping times.